got a multitude of reasons to be here. I've always been a non-truster in the government, in media, but I think that it's never been so in our face. It's never been so at odds with our human rights. I mean, if you look down our human rights, you will see that most of them have either been completely eradicated by COVID, or there's some way that we have to step around them, and we shouldn't have to do that.
So we're doing this for you as well. We love you too, whether you love us or not. We will continue to stand up for your rights.
I would say vaccines in general need to be looked more into, but me personally, you would have to kill me before you gave me and my daughter a vaccine.
Yes, it's true that flu kills thousands every year, but it certainly doesn't kill the sort of numbers that we've been seeing in the last year of the pandemic. If you plot out the so-called excess deaths, which occur all the time, of course, in the UK, you can see a very distinct spike beginning in about March, April, and peaking April, May, and then coming down again in the summer. And that spike rose again recently, but thankfully it didn't rise to the same extent that it did in the early part of the year. So there's no doubt that the SARS-2 coronavirus is a much more deadly virus than seasonal influenza. And I think it is a reasonable expectation from those that are, particularly those that are vulnerable, that the rest of the society tries to minimize virus circulation so that it doesn't reach them. And whilst I fully understand people who get frustrated by lockdown measures, they are measures that were put in by a democratically elected government, and they are put in for the good of all, not just for every individual.